All right. Now, we're going to stand tall. Relax the shoulders back and around. You want your legs right underneath the hips, circling back and around. Good, now bring those arms down, shoulders down. You lift the arms up and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, one more. Good, now bring the arms in front. You're going to cross one arm on top and warm up the spine. You're going to turn sideways and the other way. Side to side. Keep going. Side to side. One more time. Good, and bring the arms down, relax. Now circle one arm back and the other arm back, circling back. Good, one more, there we go, arm all the way down. Now you're going to look down and then up, just slightly up, looking down and up. One more. And hold here. Now turn side to side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Relax the shoulders back and around. Now, arms out, come in front. Open up. Front. Open. Front and open. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now turn those palms facing me. We're going to wrap around, open up, wrap around and open. Warming up our back muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the wrists or your palms, and you're going to lift the arms up and down. Good, lift up and down. One more time. Up and down. Relax. Now, shift your body weight side to side. Lift the shoulders up. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back. Lead with the elbows. Circle back. Last one. Good. Right arm open up. Come across. Open and close. One more time. Switch to your left arm. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, hands on your hips. You're going to lift one hip and then the other hip. Just moving your hips. Warming up all our body from the head down to the toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now hip circles. Big movements with the hips circling around. And back the other way. Good. Bring your feet together. Toes facing the front. Bend those knees slightly and then come up on your toes. So you're going to bend, push your hips back, and then come up on the toes, lifting the heels. Down, up, down, and up. One more. Good. Come back to center. You're going to take your right leg, lift. Keep on the right side. Lift. Lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing, left leg. Point your toe as you lift your knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now going back to your right, you're going to lift, circle. Lift and circle. Warming up the hip. One more time. Lift, point your toe, and now switch it to your left leg. Same thing. Lift, point that toe, circle around. One more. And now legs out hip width apart, a little wider actually. You're going to push your hips back, bring your hands to your thighs, cat and cow with the back. So you're going to arch your back up, come back down. Arch up and down. Sink it down, looking up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. And exhale out. Now lift up one vertebrae at a time. Relax the shoulders. Bring your heels in, toes out. And you're going to come up to the toes. Lift and lower. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back to center. Relax the shoulders back and around. Now, we're going to take our legs. Your right leg, your point to the wall. Your left foot is pointing towards the front. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Stretch. Come back. Other side. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Now turn your left foot towards the wall. Your right foot is facing front. Same thing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, lean to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, lean to the side. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come back to center. Toes facing the front. Knees are bent. Arms are out. You're going to reach side to side. Moving the rib cage. Reach. Reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back. Relax the shoulders back and around. Good. Now, take your right leg. You're going to point that leg, point the toe, and you're going to lift, lower. Abs engaged. Lift and lower. Up, up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch to the left. Point the toe, heel is lifted. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. March it out. Now same thing, right leg, but this time you're going to point your toe to the side. Lift, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and left leg. Toes pointed. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and now back to the right leg behind you. Point that toe, lift the heel, lift that leg straight up. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and other side. Lift the heel, point the toe, lift that heel up. Lift that leg up behind you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Move those hips around. Relaxing the lower back and go back to the other side. Now, legs hip width apart, knees are slightly bent. Arms, you're going to scoop in, scoop, scoop. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now bring those arms down. Bend the elbows, reach out, come back in. Out and in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're going to bend your knees. So your toes are facing the front. Bend the knees and come back in. So bend and extend the arms. Bend, extend the arms. 4, 3, 2. Keep that back flat. 1, and come back. Now bring your legs together. Squeezing your inner thighs together. Hands on your hips. Same thing, you're going to bend the knees, push your hips back, squeeze the thighs together, and come up. Down. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Go back down. Stay right here now. Lift the heels. Lift. Lift. Up. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And stand up. March it out. Good. Bring your legs hip width apart right underneath your hips. Your feet are right underneath the hips. You're going to lift and lower. The arms just up, down, crossing the midline. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now other side. Up and down. Up, down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring your legs together again. Squeeze the inner thighs and sit back into, like you're sitting into an imaginary chair, elbows bent, so your hips are back, back is straight. Legs are squeezing together, arms push back, back. Try to resist that air, push that air back behind you. Keep the elbows up as high as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Good. All right, relax the shoulders, wiggle around, move the hips. Now we're going to come back with our legs, inner thighs, legs together, squeezing the inner thighs together, squeezing the knees together. Slight little bend in the knees, push your hips back slightly. You're going to take your right leg, side and in, just like this. And the arms up and down, right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, right leg again, front and back. Push out, in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, legs squeezing together, bend those knees, triceps and leg back. Tricep, leg back. Extend that leg back, back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Standing tall. Switch it to the other side. Legs in. Relax the shoulders. Sitting. Start with your left leg. Out, in. out, in, add the arms, out. 4, 3, 2, 1, come back, standing. Now, tap those, your toes in front, arms out. 4, 3, 2, 1, come back, squeeze your legs together, bend your knees, push your hips back, elbows back, leg, left leg, and arms, pushing back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up, good. Take, standing tall, you're going to take your right leg, step side, center, right leg, side, center. Now from here, we're going to bring your elbows in, palms up, and reach out, come back in, out, good, out, and in. 4, 3, 2, 1, standing tall, left leg, side, center. Side, stretching the inner thigh of your right leg as you step to the side, add the arms, out, out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Come back to center. Feet and legs together. Bend those knees slightly. Right leg, side, side. Lift the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. Keep your legs together. Bend the elbows. Right leg back, arms back. Push back. Slide that foot behind you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come up. And now sit back down. Leg to the side. Left leg to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. Bend those elbows. Now left leg slide back. Push your arms back. Push those palms back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand up. Relax your hips. Go back the other way. And shoulders back and down. Now, right leg, step to the side, adding the arms immediately. So you're going to step to the side. Bring those arms out, out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side, out, out. Good. Keep your toes facing the front. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Relax. Come back to center. Relax the shoulders. Take the right leg back behind you. Drive that knee up and back. Knee up, back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold right here. Bend the knee, heels lifted. I'm going to turn sideways. Lift, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2. Hold right here. Keep that leg lifted. Point and flex. 4, 3. Hold right here. Extend the leg. Keep that leg lifted. That knee lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Switching to the left leg. Use the wall or something if you need it for balance. Here we go, left leg. Back, back, and front, back. Add the knee lift in front. Step back, knee up, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. Little taps down and up, down, up, down, up. Keep that toe pointed as you lift your knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, point and flex. Point and flex. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg, bend. Extend and bend. 4, 3. Keep that knee lifted and relax. Good job. Come back to center. Push your hips back. Come up in front. Push back and front. One more time. Back and front. Relax the shoulders back and around. Grab a quick drink of water if you need it, and then come down to the floor on the mat. We're going to come down, laying down on our back first. So you're going to hold your knees, roll all the way down. So your head is flat on the mat. Bring your feet together. I'm going to turn in front so you can see. Bring your feet together. All right, feet are together. You're laying down on the mat. Now lift your toes, take them to the corners, and put them down, and then lift your heels and bring them in line with your toes. That's how far apart your legs should be. So I'm going to turn back to the side. So I'm lifting my toes and then my heels, and now I'm in good alignment. All right, we're going to start working lower body. First, take your pelvis and tilt it so that the lower back is pressed against the mat. Arms are down long. You're going to roll up, bring your hips up, coming up to the bridge. Squeeze the glutes and roll back down. Good. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll up. Hold right here. Inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Again, hold right here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, roll down one more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll up. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Good. Now from here, we're going to inhale. Tilt your pelvis in, inhale, exhale, roll up, hold right here. You're gonna hold right here, bring those hands, reach your fingers towards your heels. Keep your hips lifted, squeeze the glutes. Lift a heel, lift a heel, lift, lift, lift. Coming up on the toes, alternating legs. Right and left, keep the hips lifted, squeezing the glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Good job. Now, hold right there. Keep one leg bent. Lift the other leg. Point that toe. Tilt your pelvis in so that there's no gap between the lower back and the floor. Toes are pointed. Circle. Circle. Try not to lift the hip. Small little circles around. Inhale, one half. Exhale, the other half of the circle. Inhale, exhale. So slow it down. Reverse that direction. Inhale in one half, exhale in the other half of the circle. Good, and bring that foot down. Let's go to the other leg. Point your toes. Make sure there's no gap, no space between that lower back. Circle, keep the hips level, and you're circling around. Inhale and exhale. Reverse that circle. Inhaling on one half of the circle, exhaling on the other half. Slow it down if you need to. Good, come back to center. Arms are down long. Again, roll up to your bridge. Rolling up, hold right there. Squeeze the glutes. Now, again, going to our heel lifts. You're going to lift a heel, lift a heel, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll back down. Relax, turn that pelvis in. Now we're going to come back up to your bridge, squeezing the glutes always. Lifting one leg, keep the hips lifted. Arms are down by your side, lift one leg. Now, we're going to bring our knees side by side. Lower, lift. Lower, lift, side by side. Good. Lower, lift, one more. And back, switch. Keep the hips lifted. Knees, extend one leg. Bring your knees side by side. Lower that leg, lift. Lower, lift. Flex your foot, point, flex, point. One more. Good, and come back down, roll down. Bring one leg in figure 4. One foot up to one leg. Lift that leg that's on the floor and stretch. Come back down. Let's go to the other side. So figure 4, bring that foot up to the thigh, lift, and stretch. Come back down, and now bring both legs long on the mat. Bring the arms up. Palms facing each other. Wrists are right in line with the shoulder. You're going to lift the shoulders up and down, up, down. Keep your head, neck, and shoulder, or your head and neck on the mat. You're lifting the shoulders up, squeeze back down, lift, squeeze. Nice, slow, deliberate movements. This is strengthening our shoulders and the muscles around the back of the shoulder blade. 4, 3, 2, 1, and now come down. Bring one foot in and the other foot in. Knees are bent. Heels are in line with the hips. Bring one arm out. Other arm, you're going to come across. Keep your hips on the floor, reaching, and open. Reach. Open. Reach. Good. Reach and open. One more time. And now same thing, other side. So let your eyes follow that stationary arm, and you're going to reach, open, keeping your hips on the floor. Try not to lift the hips. One more. And come back, looking straight ahead. Bring those arms down. Now come up onto your elbows and then lift all the way up. We're going to find our sits bones. You're going to hold the knees, bring your legs in, hold the knees, lift your feet, rock back and forth just slightly, right here, just slightly. Find your sits bones where you're balancing. Scoop the stomach in. So bring that belly button in, scoop. Now from here, we're gonna roll back and then come back up to the sits bones right there where you balance. Roll back and up. Good. Back, scoop, draw the navel in. Again, scoop, hold right here. Now bring the arms down. Legs are still lifted, arms are out. Extend one leg, and then the other leg. Tap the heel, tap the heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back and put your feet down on the mat, on the floor. Relax the shoulders back and around. Now feet come hip width apart. You're going to lean back, scoop, leaning back to a V as far as feels comfortable. You're going to hold right here, arms are up, come up, circle, back, circle, back. Good, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more. Hold here, sit up long, legs, sit up tall, legs are long. Flexing your feet. Flex those feet and point. Flex, point, your legs are together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now from here, we're going to come back. Bring your hands back, fingers facing directly behind you, if that feels okay. If not, bring them in like this. Leaning back, lift, and circle, circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the other leg, circle, circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, sit up tall. Bend one knee, bring the other leg in. Let heels, feet, hip width apart. And lean back to your V-sit right here. And bring your arms in front. Now we're going to take your right arm, open up to the side, come back to center, open the other side. Like you're opening a newspaper, big newspaper, reading it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You got it. One more time. Bring those arms down, sit up tall. Legs out wide. Relax the shoulders. Sitting tall. Bring your arms out. Hook your fingers together and lift. Lower. Lift. And lower. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale, flex those feet. Inhale. And exhale, good. Open up. Now come to the side. Laying on your side. If you can, your arm is extended and your head is resting on that bicep. Keep your hips stacked on top of each other. Try not to lean back. Your hips are stacked on top of each other. Legs are slightly bent. Flex your feet. Now that top leg, you're going to lift. Bring it up to hip level. So your nice straight line from your hip down to your heel. Support yourself if you need to with the hand in front of your body. Now we're going to lift and lower. Lift, lower, up and down. Lift and lower. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now straighten the other leg. Keep the top leg hip level. You're going to hold it right there, that bottom leg, flexing your feet. You're going to bring your leg up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring that bottom leg down, bend your knees. Go back, check our alignment. Hips are stacked on top of each other. Try not to open that hip. So you want them stacked. That top leg, you're going to point your toe, circle around. Engage the core, engage the abs. Circle, circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse that circle. Go in the other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Hips stacked on top. Heels stay together. You're going to clamshell. You're going to lift that top knee up and down. Lift and lower. Up, down. Keep your hips stacked. Lift, lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And now roll over or turn directions. We're going to work the other side. So first we're going to get in good alignment. Your arm, if you can, bring that arm out and rest your head on the bicep, or you can bend the elbow, whatever feels natural and comfortable. Hips, you're stacked. Hips are stacked on top of each other and forward maybe just a little bit, just so you're not pointing the hips towards the back wall. All right, top leg, flex that foot, lift that top leg so it is level with your hip. Engage the core, lift, lower, up and down, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right there. And now point your toe, circle, circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse that circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down. Relax the leg. Lift that leg back out. Flex that foot. Straighten the bottom leg. Keep your hips stacked. You're going to lift the bottom leg up, up. Tapping the heels together. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Bend both legs. Point the knees out slightly. Hips stay stacked. Now, your heels are staying together. Lift, clamshell, and lower. Lift, lower. Up and down. Working our glutes. Up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Now roll back onto your back. Right there. Bring those feet hip width apart. All right. Now you're going to lift the arms. First, you're going to make sure you're tucking. Turn that pelvis in so that there's no gap between your back and the mat. So you're going to lift the arms straight above your chest, above the shoulders. Now you're going to lower down and back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Hold right here. Arms stay straight. Now one leg up. Now we're going to combine the leg and the arms. Lift. If you want to lift head, neck, shoulders, reaching your hands to your foot, you can. Or you can stop right here. You decide. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you lift, if you're choosing to lift your head, neck, shoulders off the mat, tuck your chin slightly. One more. Good. Bring those arms back over the shoulders. Bend the knee of the leg you just worked. Straighten the other leg. And now bring that leg up. And lower. Arms, leg. Lift. Keep it right here if you'd like, where your head is resting on the floor or the mat. Otherwise, lift. You got it. Keep going. Exhale. One more. And bring that foot down, lay your head down. Relax the shoulders back. Now, arms are down by the side or out, either one. Legs together. Squeeze the inner thighs together, knees together, legs together. We're going to take our knees, point it to one side, lay them down. Your hips are coming up, but your shoulders stay on the floor or the mat. Lift up to center. And take it to the other side. Good. Lift up to center and back to the first side. Open up, come back up, and down to the side. One more time. Exhale out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale out. Come up, and now roll up, sitting up. We're going to come to all fours. So we're going to come to the palms and knees for our last few exercises. Right here, knees are underneath the hips. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Relax the shoulders away. So do a check. Are your shoulders up here by your ears? Or press them down. They should be down and away from the ears. You're going to lift one leg. Lower. Lift and lower. Straighten that leg. Lift. Lower. Up. Down. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck your chin in slightly and lift up through the neck. Good. Come back to center. Other side. Extend that leg. Lift and lower. Up. Up. Good. Keep it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Sit back and stretch. Come back up. Bird dog. So you're going to lift your right leg behind you. Hold right there, get your balance, and then your left arm up. Come back to center. One more time. Lift that leg behind you. Other arm up, opposite arm up. And back down. Now let's switch. Left leg lift behind you, right arm up, balance. Bring the belly button in and come back to center. Again, lift. Good, hold it there. And down. Now sit back, bring your legs out a little wider, sit back into clamshell and stretch. Now one last exercise, going back to our bird dog, so bring your legs, your knees in under the hips. Now, this one we're going to add a little movement. So lift one leg, opposite arm, bring the knee and elbow in, extend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, and come back to center, switch sides. Get the balance right there. Bring the knee and the knee in. With your breath, going at your own pace. One more time. Good, and relax, sit back one more time. Move those hands, fingers away from your body. Sit back and stretch. Good, now come down on your stomach. Hands are crossed. I'm going to scoot down a little bit. Elbows out, hands crossed. You're resting your forehead on your hands. Legs are long. Now you're going to lift your arms, head, neck, shoulders, arms up off the floor and back down. Lift and lower. This is a back strengthening exercise. Lift, lower. One more time. Good. Keep your head right there, resting on your hands. And now legs. You're going to lift, squeeze the glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift the legs, squeeze the glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now slide your hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows right by your back, by that rib cage. You're going to lift up, push yourself up, and come back down. Inhale, exhale, and back down. Again. Inhale, exhale, lift, and back down one more time. Good, and down. Now roll back over onto your back. We're going to stretch the legs. Lift one leg up. Hold, reach for the calf, pull it in and stretch. Holding it here for a nice stretch. Relax, bend that knee, bring that foot to the other leg, lift and stretch. Hold it here. Walk your fingers away, down, away from your shoulders. Bring those shoulders down. Good. Put that foot down, switch sides. So now straight leg. Reach for your calf muscles. Stretch. Bring that leg in, stretching your hamstring. And relax, cross. Bring that foot to the knee or to the leg and lift. Stretching your hip. Hold it here. Relax. Bring those shoulders away from the ears. So walk your fingers down and place that foot down. Uncross. Lift one leg, grab behind the thigh. Lift up. Slowly coming up so you don't get dizzy. Sitting tall. Relax the shoulders. Bring your hands behind you. Stretch. And come around, stretch the upper back. Lift up and over. Relax the shoulders, tilt your head to one side, stretching the neck. Nice long stretch. Sitting tall, lift up. Let's go to the other side. Lift up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good job today. Come up. Have a great day.